I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. What's poppin', y'all? Now, if y'all don't already know, I am a A$AP Rocky music supporter. I am a heavy supporter of A$AP Rocky's music. I have been enjoying it for nearly 14 years now, since day one. Peso Purple Swag era with the Space Ghost Perp, all that, Raider Clan. Listen, man, I mess with it. Recently, he's just had a huge positive uptick in attention. The first performance that he was going to do after beating the case, the aggravated assault case, the shooting case with A$AP Rocky, who got on the stand, told on him, and lost. The biggest loser in hip-hop, I would have to say. She's like, sheesh. He wins the case with Rihanna. Roc Nation has a wild legal team. And then he performs, and he also announced that he's got this new deal with Ray-Ban where he's going to become their, not just creative director, but basically like their head brand ambassador. It's not just a regular endorsement role. So premiering a new song at Rolling Loud, he says, I ain't on J. Cole, I ain't on Drake, I ain't on Kendrick's side. I choose homicide. They gonna see a different side. In a new song that he was previewing, this song sounds kind of tough. But people started going in on Rocky saying, listen, buddy, we don't need you dissing anybody. And Drake cooked him because, man, let me just give you some bars from Drake Family Matters. And this is the thing. If everyone in the comments is saying that Drake cooked him on Family Matters, and people don't really talk about Family Matters unless they're Drake stans, and I'm not saying Family Matters isn't a great song. I love that song. But people deem Drake as having lost. That was supposed to be at Kendrick Lamar, the song. And of course, Rocky gets shots. But people aren't favorable of Drake right now, is what I'm saying, generally speaking. So for them to voice this means A$AP Rocky really got washed. And in the raps on Family Matters, some of the bars is, I ain't even know you rap still because they only talking about your fit again. Probably got to have a kid again before you think of dropping any ish again. Well, he needed to beat a case before he thought of dropping anything else, but that's not incorrect. And then he also threw shots at him again. And he says, Rakim talking ish again, gas because you hit my BM first. Do the math, who I was hitting then. I ain't even know you rap still because they only talking about your fit again. Now, to be fair, Rocky's saying he's not on any side, but on the Metro and Future album is where he dissed Drake last year. Basically, they're dissing each other over this love triangle with Rihanna. And to be fair, Drake has come at Rihanna a lot. Now, early on, I would say about like 2020, Drake writes Twist and Turn about Rihanna, and then she's in a relationship with Rocky at this point. And then 2021, he drops a song with the Migos that people thought was about Rocky and Rihanna. However, things really ramp up when Rihanna reveals her pregnancy in 2022. And this is when Drake amped up his disses. First, during 2022, in OVO Sound, like radio show, he talks about his previous relationship, and he alludes that he was not only upset with what Rihanna said about him at the VMAs speech, but he felt slighted, and he's happy that he's out of that situation. So I'm going to play that interview clip for you guys right now.
There's a lot of people that played themselves.
Oh,
I told you, I was even going back to like back in the day reading, like, I was just looking at shit. I was like, damn, I can't believe I let this girl talk about me like this, like publicly.
Oh,
like,
God.
I had to really take that in. Like, I was like, damn, like, we were really so locked in, and like you went in this interview and spoke about it like it was nothing to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that shit just caught up with me, like in my like mid 30s, and I was like, damn, I really like didn't even remember that quote.
How you took it though? Like now, how you take it now? Like,
I mean,
it hurt, or it be like,
no, I think it's just like I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, thank God I didn't like blindly invest my like life and energy and time into that, and then I'm cooked.
Yeah.
You know, and I like, you know, I got a kid with this person who I can tell via like article text doesn't fuck me like that. God. You know, so you know, so I feel like it's all I'm at a point of clarity and like realization of self. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm capable of for somebody, and I'm willing to tell them that like on the first date.
Then in 2023, Drake releases For All the Dogs, and it's full of Rihanna and Rocky disses. I mean, in one of the songs, Fear of Heights, he calls Rihanna mid, sends some shots at Rocky. On the song Red Button, I'm going to play you guys this clip actually from Rap TV. Actually, we can't use that clip. So yeah, on the song Red Button, he says, word to M Dollar, she the only one could maybe save it. Should have hit you first, but sis, you know about the ish I've taken. And then on Dollar is Melissa Ford, who's close friends or was close friends with Rihanna. He continues to take shots at all the parties. I guess it's time for me to cover the shark, and that's talking about the tattoo. And then also, whilst on tour in 2023, he said that work is bad luck, and there could be a video chock full of the disses and shots that he's thrown at Rihanna. And it likely makes Rocky feel a type of way because Rocky's a defensive guy. He's a prideful guy, and he's not just going to let it slide, which I'm guessing Rihanna probably, I don't even know Rihanna's personality. I'm not sure if she's more so like Nicki Minaj, where she would definitely force him like, yo, get after him. You gonna let him talk about me like that? Or if she's like, hey man, listen, just ignore it. He's getting washed by Kendrick Lamar right now. They dug him up a grave. Just let it rock out. I don't know. It's 50-50 which one Rihanna is, because when you see the situation that she had with Chris Brown, you might think that she leans more towards the Nicki Minaj side, although she is up spectacularly now. Regardless, with Rocky, he musically has painted himself as this pretty boy, fly guy. I'm carefree. He hasn't really beefed with anybody on record. He'll throw subtle shots or jabs here and there, but they were at people like Space Ghost Perp, and he'll probably take shots at Relly if you're going to take shots at anybody. Like, gloat about that W that you caught. Thanks to Rock Nation, these guys are the boogeymen of hip-hop. Shout out to them. They can really do what they do best. But for Rocky, nobody wants you to diss either. That's the thing. When Kendrick Lamar was coming at Drake, people want Drake to get in the booth and diss. We've seen Drake battle. Rocky can rap. Let's not play him like he can't rap. But can he battle rap? Can he drop diss songs? And against what, J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, which I don't really think he's going to go against them. Like when he talks about Homicide, I think he's referring to Homicide Gang, which is signed to Playboi Carti. Like I said, Playboi Carti, Og, that connection. And I think it's somewhat meant to be read into as a double entendre. However, everyone wants Rocky to win right now. We want to elevate him higher than he's ever been. He's got a huge deal. He's got these endorsements that he was so scared of losing, which is why he risked his own freedom. And we want to hear about that story. We want to hear about the story of how you went through this case the past 2 years. Like the uncertainty, the kids. And I'm not saying he's got to drop this personal album or anything like that, but those are the types of things that people want to hear from Rocky, not some disses at Drake, who, let's be real here, most people think Drake washed Rocky, but it wasn't in the sense that, oh, we don't want to listen to Rocky anymore. It's just, hey man, stay in your lane. Dissing Drake is not your lane. And you can't hold the candle to Drake when it comes to rapping back and forth like Kendrick Lamar can. And J. Cole, let's not even bring that man's name into this. He tapped out. Whilst he did have a good entrance, but I don't know if that song would have aged well if the beef continued, because there were some things that people felt inaccurate about that song. Regardless, it was a good song. It was, while it still existed. It exists on my hard drive. That's why, listen, I'm not going to condone piracy, but when you got people like J. Cole that can give you a song and take it back, like no takesies backsies on that one. So with A$AP Rocky, hopefully this is just a promotional stunt. Like he drops this song and it's the only time he mentions it, because it got him a lot of attention with Rolling Loud, even though Rolling Loud was the first performance that he was also headlining the night at Rolling Loud. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you want to hear from Rocky? What do you think we can expect from Rocky? The last album was Testing, which is what, 6 years ago? Maybe even, was it 7? Was 2018 Testing? Oh my God. Yeah, that's a little bit. I hope we don't just get, this would be disastrous if we get a whole defending Rihanna against Drake type of my family, my wife, my be bad, she doing all this type of album. Basically, what people would find less corny than what Chance the Rapper did for his album, The Big Day. We also need that Chance the Rapper project. I haven't forgot about that either. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to helloyassine.com and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.